Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the designer brand from Italy, and this is Roberto Cavalli. Roberto Cavalli is one of the very well-known designer clothings from Italy. They've been around for many years, and they have basically a few fragrances in their lineup. Altogether probably about 40 to 50 perfumes, both for ladies and men. And they have this Uomo line. Uomo in Italian means a man or gentleman, and I had the EDT original Uomo, so Roberto Cavalli Uomo EDT 100 ml, which came out in 2016. So that one unfortunately has been discontinued and replaced with this new version. This new version is EDT as well, so there are two of them. I think either two or three of them. One of them is EDT, which I have in front of me. The other one is EDP, and the other one I think is an elixir or something like that. So not to be confused with the 2016 black bottle, which had a big following, and it was a big hit in the fragrance community because for EDT was very strong and also very good value for money. It smelled great, very modern, very up-to-date, very trendy perfume it was. So when I saw this newer version, I was very curious to see how this one would smell. Is it similar? Is it better? Is it worse? Is it so? All these good things to talk about. But before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. Thank you for your likes, thank you for your shares, thank you for your comments, thank you for your subscription. If you already subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do so. It doesn't cost you anything, but it supports me, and it keeps me going in this endeavor and keeps survive this very expensive hobby. And as you can see behind me, there are hundreds of perfumes behind me. I review perfumes almost every day, and I bring to your attention fragrances that don't get the limelight, they don't get the mention anywhere else. They are very unknown, but they are usually good value for money and they smell good. So please do your diligence and just keep your finger moving, and that would help this channel to keep afloat and survive for the future. Thank you very much for your love and support, and let's go. So the box is different from the original. The original one was a rectangular. This one is a nice design to it, so it's got this animal print in the side and top, and the information in the back. It says Roberto Cavalli and the logo, and it says EDT 100 ml. In the back it's got more information, blah, and sorry about the noise. When you do unboxing you can't do anything about it. Here we go. Yeah, nice box, quite simple, but it does the job perfectly, which is protecting the bottle. And let's see the bottle itself. Wow, the bottle is very good looking. So the bottle shape and design, to my eye, is a little bit better than the original. The original was quite nice, but this one is a better design for me, at least. So it's a nice, again, classical shape bottle. It's quite heavy. The cap is plastic, but it's got a little bit of weight to it, and it's got this Roberto Cavalli logo on top, and the atomizer is gold and modern. And here we go. It's okay, it's not a bad spray. It doesn't go so, but it's all right, it does the job. All right, so how is the first sniff, first impression for this newer version or newer bottle, or maybe even reformulated one Roberto Cavalli Uomo, and this is EDT, and here we go. Woo! So first thing it hits me is the freshness of it. So this one is fresher than the Uomo 2016 EDT version. So this is definitely brighter, fresher, let's say happier, but in the same time they kept the DNA in the same realm. Okay, so it's not exact, but it is very similar. I would say they kept the formulation correct, but for some reason they introduce some notes to make it brighter, happier, and more fresher than the original. Yeah, very nice. It's got a hint of powderiness in here, which is probably coming from violet. I'm smelling some violet in here. The violet in here is very nice, and also giving it a little bit of that floral overall to it, a little bit of makeup-y feel overall to it. Just a hint of makeup, hint of maybe a lipsticky feel to it, which is coming from the violet. There is a spicy aspect to this fragrance. Yeah, it's undertone spiciness to it, which is mostly a cinnamon to my nose, but it's very nutty in the same time. So I'm thinking cinnamon and nutmeg combination to give it a little bit of spicy tinge. So it's quite spicy. It's the violet is quite apparent, which giving it that lipsticky feel. The violet in here is very nice. This, although it says uomo, which means man in Italian, this is completely unisex to my nose. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem whatsoever, because basically it sits in the middle. There's nothing in here to giving it that masculinity or uber masculinity. It's quite a little bit of masculinity to it overall. I'm smelling some woods in the base, which is a clean wood, so cedar sandalwood combination. But in the same time, there is a little bit of earthiness coming from maybe patchouli in here. So it's a hint of patchouli, but the patchouli in here is a variety of leafy, fresh patchouli rather than a earthy, very dark patchouli. So it's a bright patchouli. It's not super dark, but giving it that complexity in the base. So there's a hint of resin in here. Yeah, just a smidgen of resin feel to it as well, not too much. But in the same time, I'm smelling something like orange blossom, which is not it wasn't apparent in the original one 2016 version. So they added a little bit of orange blossom here to give it a maybe to brighten it up, to lift it, to make it fresher. So that freshness is coming from that orange blossom. I'm smelling orange blossom distinctly in here. So let's see what they say in terms of note breakdown, and we take it from there. So this is the note breakdown for the newer version, which is this one, the newer bottle. And it's very difficult to find a note breakdown of this fragrance anywhere, but eventually I found it in one website. So this one on top, they say there's a black, violet, and saffron. In the base, in the middle, we have honey and lavender. In the base, we have tonka beans, cedar, and patchouli. Yeah, lavender. Yeah, there is a lavender in here, but the lavender violet combination giving it a very aromatic feel. In the same time, it's quite floral. I'm smelling a little bit of orange blossom in here, so there is definitely an orange blossom. Honey. Yeah, the honey is very toned down. In the original 2016 version, the Uomo EDT, the honey was quite a big player. In here is much toned down. So just imagine it's fresher, it's brighter, because the honey is smaller, and other aspect of this fragrance is basically amped up, like the lavender, like the orange blossom in here, and also the cedar, tonka bean. Yeah, there's a hint of tonka bean in the base, but it's not a huge player at the moment. It's way in the background, but giving it that nutty, distinctly nutty feel. So it is quite nutty, but I'm still thinking there's a cinnamon, cinnamon, nutmeg in here, definitely, to giving it that sweet, spiciness as well. Saffron, to be honest with you, I don't get that much, although the overall a little bit on the leathery side. It's just a hint of leather in here, maybe that is contributed from the saffron, but to be honest with you, I don't get saffron at all in terms of note breakdown and in terms of notes profile or smell of saffron itself. So I'm getting more cinnamon nutmeg rather than saffron. And the violet in here is very apparent. Yes, the lavender is in the behind the violet, which is giving it that freshness as well, and giving it a big aromatic feel and giving it a little of that classical feel as well to it. Honey is much toned down in here, so it is a smidgen of honey in here, but it's not too big. Tonka bean here is giving it that nutty feel plus the sweetness. The sweetness is a little bit more than average, so it's a little bit more than average. It's not a big sweetness. I would say it's moderate or a little bit more. And the cedar sandalwood combination in the base is very apparent here. It's very clean woods, but it is woody nevertheless. And the patchouli giving it a little of that complexity in the base, plus a hint of earthiness, a hint of leafiness, hint of camphousness as well. So what's the difference from the memory, because I haven't smelled that one for a few years now. I used to have at least a couple of Uomo 2016, but I think either I gave them away or I sold them, so I don't have the original bottle. But from the memory, this is, I would say, around 70%, 78% similarity to the original 2016 version, yes, but it's brightened up, is happier, is fresher than the 2016 version. But overall, this smell profile still is somehow there. The only thing is they toned down the honey, which many people actually like the honey in the original 2016 Roberto Cavalli Uomo. So if you like the honey and you are going to miss the honey, this is probably not for you. But if you were some person who didn't care for the honey in the original Roberto Cavalli Uomo 2016 version, probably this is much better for you, because this is brighter, happier, more aromatic, woody, quite masculine, in the same time quite metrosexual, and also is very easy going, is not challenging in any way or shape. The smell profile is very friendly in here, very friendly, although there is a smidgen of classical feel to it, 70s and 80s perfumery in here a little bit, just because of that aromatic feel, and also that lavender plus the violet in here. So if you like the original but you like the a little bit fresher, this is for you. If you like the original and you thought the honey was very good in that one, probably this one is going to be a little bit on the disappointing side, because the honey is very much toned down, almost is non-existent, or at least for now, for the first impression. So in the next video, I'll let you know the longevity, development, and things like that. But for now, for the first impression, smells good. Does it smells better or worse? Not really, neither worse or better. I would say this is fresher, this is brighter, this is happier a little bit than the original one. But overall, the smell profile are quite consistent. It didn't change that much. Maybe about 10 to 20% difference, and which I mentioned earlier. So who is it for? Definitely for a mature nose. I would say 25 years and older to be on the safe side. Although the DNA is very friendly, it's nothing in here to challenge anybody or give anybody run for their money. Very friendly, very happy, very bright, very almost generic in a way that is this is one of those smells I smelled many times before. Any designer fragrances that you smelled before probably has something similar to this in their portfolio in terms of perfumes. So it is run down, middle of the road, neither very good, neither bad. So it smells good for the price. This one you can find it in the United Kingdom under £30. For that price, it's very good. But I'm just a little bit worried about the performance, because it's EDT and at the moment it's not jumping off too much. The original one, 2016 version, was quite strong, and it was like easily went over 7-8 hours. So this one looks like it's not going to be up, but we have to wait and see. I will wear it for the next 2 days, and I will report back to you. If it lost anything similar to the original one, then this will be very, very good as well. I absolutely love the original. The original was superb. So let's see how this one will do. In terms of the season, this is one of those all year rounder. You can use it in summer, in winter, in autumn, any time. It's very, very friendly all year round. In terms of gender, as I said, hint of masculinity in here, but not too much, because of those florals in here and the violet and the powderiness of it. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem. And in terms of occasion, very versatile as well. So you can dress it up, dress it down, daytime, nighttime, special occasion, casual, formal, informal. You can wear it to a special ceremony like a wedding, and you can wear it to gym or going to supermarket or going to work. So it's very, very versatile profile of smelling here. Okay guys, so for the first impression, I give it 2 thumbs up, but we have to wait and see for the performance to see how it does. For now, yes, I recommend it, but let's see the performance. Okay guys, if that was the first impression of this fragrance from the house of, or the brand, the designer brand from Italy, which is Roberto Cavalli, and this is Uomo EDT 100 ml. This is the newer version, so not to be mistaken with the 2016 version, which was a black bottle. If you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. This one is nobody else. I'm the first one on the internet or on YouTube to review it. It's not even in Fragrantica yet. So if you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes and support me that way and get something very, very beautiful in return, you could do that. I'll leave them in the link. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the creator. So there are true handmade perfumes just for lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of. That gives them the huge personality, big, bold, very artistic and unique. They are like time capsules. They take you different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. There are many other reviewers reviewed my perfumes. If you are interested, then you can go and check them out as well. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye.